And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys.
I love those
Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys. And this is the live stream where we talk about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. And I'd just like to say Happy New Year because we haven't been here since Christmas Eve. Happy New Year to everyone out there that's listening and watching. Those of you in the chat. And if the weather is nice where you are, please let me know if the weather is nice where you are and if you've been able to get out and fly your drones. And how are you doing, Lawrence, the number one co-host in drone shows?
Good, man. I appreciate it.
Wonderful
day. Rubbing it on a little thick there, but I'm good. I appreciate it. What's up, man? Life is good, man. Definitely. We made it through another year.
Yeah, something to that effect.
Not just us physically, the business, everything made it to another year. No, to archive. I'd say we're doing pretty good.
I am getting messages.
Oh, really? Well, that's usually how it happens. I got a message from LinkedIn saying that you were going live.
Really?
Yes. Well, that's the first time ever seeing that.
Oh, I guess. Who knows? Yeah. They do what they do over there. I don't know. It's not my place to tell them what to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just here hanging out with everybody. I'm excited about it being the new year. We're back. Talk about drones and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I see that the stream is broadcasting live on even on Facebook. So it's out there. So we'll see if anybody watches.
That's true. We get a lot of people that watch the replay though, and we appreciate you guys too. Listen to us from work. Right.
I watch a lot of replays of a lot of other streams as well because I can't always get to the streams because I'm always somewhere. You know what I mean?
I'm always Gary, somewhere. What's up? Our Canadian bouncer's here. Gary's here.
Gary?
Yes, man.
Okay. And how are you doing, Gary, on this wonderful Wednesday? Every Wednesday is wonderful when we're live.
This is true. This is very, very true. We made it through Christmas. We made it through the New Year. Now it's on to other things.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of other things happening, but one of the things that I did want to bring a couple of things to your attention was that the fact that I saw this and I was like, well, it's been a minute, you know what I mean? Because we're on to some bigger and better things now since then. But the end of an era for the the original Mini and the Osmo Pocket. Now, what's funny about the original Mini? I remember when they brought that out, we were like, well, why are they bringing out this thing? And it was Wi-Fi. And we're like, oh God, another Wi-Fi drone with DJI. The Phantom 3 standard was Wi-Fi, and that was the range on that was impossible. But we thought that the range on the Mini would be bad, but the Mini with Wi-Fi actually had pretty good range for that little drone. We couldn't handle being out there that far.
If you remember before the Mini, the Spark had good range for Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but the Spark was a bigger drone.
True.
You know what I mean? And to put it out,
a little, yeah.
Yeah, no.
It was bigger. It was, you're right. It was cell phone size. That's true.
Yeah, the Mini was amazing when it came out because of the size and the weight, you know. And
Yes,
you
yes,
still
yes.
ain't had to battle with internal components to be able to keep it under that weight. So that and the
Mhm.
Osmo Pocket, I remember when that made a big thing because it leaked when at Best Buy, and then it was a big thing to do about the leakage at Best Buy. That was what like one of the first Best Buy leakages,
Yeah.
if you want to, if that's a thing, a word, or whatever you want to call it.
Dre says one of his longest flights was with the Phantom 3 Pro. Go figure.
Mhm.
It's because
Yeah,
they
because
made
that was on
some
Light Bridge.
huh?
That was on Light Bridge.
Uh-huh. Yes, it was.
The standard was Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that was the new technology, Lightbridge.
Yeah, Light Bridge was the thing. What? No other drone could compete with that on Light Bridge.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But yeah,
All the
you know,
Phantoms started coming out with it.
you know what, Lawrence? Well, that and the original, what do you call it? The the Inspire,
Hmm. Yes,
and
that's true. The one with the
then
white canopy. Yes, the
and
single
then
battery.
and when they came out with the Phantom 4 Pro and the Inspire 2, they went to Light Bridge 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Light Bridge was the thing, bro. But you know what? We did have last week, right? We had a launch. Well, not a launch. We don't say a launch.
Well,
We had
Merry
a giveaway.
Christmas. Yeah, giveaway last week.
We had
Yeah.
a giveaway last. Well, not last week for Christmas, and we had a couple of guys who had won a few things. You know, a couple of prizes. We had some bumper guards that had went out to
Yeah.
won a couple of sets of bumper guards.
Oh, I see. But we just got to let it go, huh?
What happened?
You can't pause it.
Yeah, you gotta let it go.
Okay. I'm used to on off. I come
Oh
from an
no, no.
analog world.
Oh no, this is the fun world of digital. It's click on, click off. Yeah, so it's just one click. But yeah, and then we had a set of the DJI mic minis we gave away, right? And who was that one that Marcel was it the one Marcel Roberts won that? Yeah, so that was cool giving away the mic mini, which
Yes, yes,
which
Marcel. Yes,
has
he did.
which has a slight learning curve with those things because of the way they designed the mic to actually work.
Hmm.
Remember when I always said to you about the DJI mics, especially the mini, it's like it's almost about the mic is more important than the actual content
Yeah, yeah,
because
the
it
design
has
of it
to
and everything.
right because it has to sit out there or else you'll hear interference on the mic. Anyway, um, we gave away a Neo 2 and we had a winner of that, and that was Warren who had
Yeah.
won that.
Which,
Now,
by the way, we hear is MIA. So
I
if
don't
anyone
know what happened.
anyone speaks to him, please tell him to get in touch with us
Well, because
because
I wanted to know if he had received it because I bumped into Bob Casey in a live stream chat, and he told me he had received the package that was sent to him because the tracking said that they were going to be received on Saturday. They should be delivered by Saturday. So I said, okay. So I contact Warren to find out if he had got it, and I hadn't heard from him, and I was started to get concerned because I let a couple of days go by and I hit him again, and I got the notification that it was delivered. And I was like, okay, so I got the notification it was delivered, but he hadn't said anything to me. So I was just wondering what happened to him, and I was just wondering if anybody had gotten in touch with him, anyone spoke to him. Um, so I don't know as far as if he's okay. I mean, I'm hoping he's okay because at this point, I'm wondering now if he is okay or not. You know, so I don't know. But
In answer to
what happened?
Pichon Drone,
He wants to fly in Central
was
Park.
asking, and I was telling him, don't do it in text. So now I can tell him personally, don't do it. Central Park has a Homeland Security station there. They also have a local precinct in the park. And in
Uh huh.
time that you take off and probably get about 10 feet in the air, they would already be sending the Parks Department in your direction.
Well, I will tell you this: with them having a drone team in the park
Yes,
and detection sensors
yes,
for detection of so they can dispatch drones at that park. I
right,
think they'll
right.
be able to. I think they'll probably detect you taking off in the park.
I'm guaranteeing that they would. Do people try it? Yes, people do. Um, have they gotten caught? I don't know because I don't know anyone that has personally tried it in a while. And hey, Jim's droning, Happy New Year. And usually when Herman and I fly in Manhattan, it's for work.
Uh,
And we've already applied for permits. Now, if you are a Part 107,
mhm.
this is just an idea, right, Herman? If you are Part 107 and you want to pay waste $153 because it's not guaranteed they'll approve it. You
Mhm.
could apply for a permit to fly in Central Park. Now, if it were a commercial or something locally, that might make things a little easier, but then you got to worry about flying over people. They're going to ask you, do you have to shut down a part of the park? Do you have to shut down the street? It's a whole big thing. But I hope
That's the
that answers your
problem.
question.
That's the problem with flying recreational outside of designated areas for it here in New York because now you got to give up your whole flight plan and this, that, and the other. It has become a situation where it's become catch me if you can, and guys are taking off and flying, getting the shot that they want, and getting the hell out of Dodge.
True.
And that's that's the problem.
It's become a game of cat and mouse. And we're
You
being
call it
honest
that.
about it. You know, I mean, have I flown in Manhattan and not worked?
Mhm.
Yes, I have, but outside of
Ooh,
certain zones. Outside of
ooh,
certain zones, so
I'm
like
telling,
uptown, Inwood Hill Park, the very
I'm
tip of
telling,
Manhattan, nowhere near the George Washington Bridge.
I'm telling.
Listen, they
This
can
was
lose the
before.
metadata. It was
That
with the
was
Phantom 4
before.
Pro. It was
That
with the
was
Phantom 4
before.
Pro. You know how long
That
ago that was?
that
And
was
how,
before they had that law and all of that in place.
yeah, I know. That's why I'm not worried
But you know
about it.
what? I had one
Yeah.
other thing I wanted to talk about real quick. Well, it's not going to be real quick. So we got 20 people watching. Let's do roll call and we'll get back to this one little thing that I had because um I think that we need to get what time is it? Do we need to we need to get roll call in so we can get on
Okay,
with the
we can
rest
do
of the
that. We can do
stream
that.
because
Okay.
I don't
Happy
want
New
to
Year.
I don't really want to fall behind in what we're actually doing.
Yeah,
So
I got you. I got you. All right, quick Happy New Year to Pichon Drone TV. How are you? Yes, click that like button. We appreciate you for coming back. Again, Croning is on his way back to cooking. He's making some shrimp and rice. Happy New Year to you,
uh-oh.
Jim Croning. Barkley, you and Jenna, how are you guys? Shout out to
Broccoli.
Barkley and Jenner. Our Canadian bodyguard, Gary, Brant Ariel. Shout out to you, Gary. What's up, man? I need to make a trip to Canada soon with this new 360 drone coming out. Shout out to John, Flying Flynn Media.
Uh-oh.
I hope all is well with you.
Good, good,
Happy
good.
holidays. Happy New Year. Representing the Bronx. Take off, lift, and land. How are you, Eldon? Hope all is well. Peace and blessings to you. Shout out across the pond to Mr. Master 75 and Sue listening in the background. Shout out to you guys way in Australia. Good morning to you over there in Australia. And I did see Jody here earlier as
All
well.
right.
Hold on a second. Shout out to Jody, Drone Shots. Miss SJM Drones. How are you,
Okay.
sir? Steve across the pond listening over in the UK. Draymond representing Cali side, California, West Coast. Draymond Recovery One. Shout out to you, Draymond,
Amen.
as well. John Olson, representing Long
God
Island,
also.
Strong Island. Shout out to you. Alter Ego, Jody's Frank Rizzo. That's usually the side handle when traveling home and listening to the live stream. I saw earlier CT Pirate. How are you? Connecticut Pirate, I hope all is well. Drone Okie, shout out to you as well, sir. I don't know if you're still here, but I'm giving you a shout out anyway. If you are, type in the chat. Explicit FPV, representing Connecticut. Shout out to you, sir. And one more, can fix stuff. I think he's going to listen to the live stream later. He says, hey guys, great live stream. Have a great live stream tonight. That's it. We're done. Unless I go all the way down, race day photo, we get a shout out to you as well. Thank you. Oh crap, it's Nacho. How are you, Nacho? What's good? And welcome to
All
Wednesday night with those guys. Roll call
right.
starter.
All right. There was a couple of things I wanted to get real quick. But first off, like I was saying, we did have on the Christmas Eve show, we did do a giveaway because this both things have to do with the giveaway.
Okay.
I want to a special shout out to Audley over at the DJI store for helping us
Yes.
out with that and doing that
Yes.
demonstration for us. Yeah, we got that on. And I'd like to thank everyone, all of
And
you
for
guys.
staying quiet for a whole week. He kept it on the low for a whole week when we were up there. We were like, he was like, yeah, when you guys posted, just let me know or tag me in it. So shout out to Audley from DJI Fifth Avenue. Yes.
And I did also want to say that I'd like to thank you guys for all watching the video because I'm quite sure that most, if not all of you, did watch the video because I did get a lot of views on that video.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Yes.
a little bit,
Yes. Yes.
a little something, something.
Yes.
And there was an issue, not really much of an issue, but I sort of it was something that happened where it became a pick me situation as far as the bumper guards were concerned. And Bob Casey ended up winning both sets of bumper guards somehow. So I believed it was what Eldon that also
Hey, Johnny.
had the drone that fit the bumper guards.
Yes.
Well, the bumper guards came in yesterday. I boxed them up with the strobe that I owe you, and
Oh,
I'm
for
taking
Eldon,
it.
right? For
Yes,
Eldon, right?
yes, and I'm taking it to the
Yeah.
post office tomorrow.
He says the Avata too. Okay. See, Eldon, you got some bumper guards coming tomorrow. That's what's up. Okay. That's cool. The management was doing pretty good last year. They let us get a few drones and mics and gear, stocking stuffer stuff,
That's what it is.
and I got a new
Well,
coat to work in. It's heated.
this dude,
You didn't show the
he's
picture, man. You didn't. Well,
he's
if you
got
saw
you.
that clip of us doing wishing everyone a happy New Year, that was
Jeez.
really short. That was like 3 seconds. I was
He,
modeling the new coat then,
well,
and
it's on the thumbnail for the stream.
oh, okay, cool, cool, cool,
That's
cool,
to show you how much you look at the thumbnail.
cool. Cat, how are you? What's up? You know, you're right about that. It's detail. I need glasses, bro,
You
badly.
know what? I wanted to mention just before the year end, right? Uh, and we didn't do a live stream, so uh, Igor over there on was that Quadro News, right? That's where he's from, right? Yeah, that's him. Igor had popped up a little post there where I thought was quite interesting.
Oh, there's not long to go until the new year, 2026, and I didn't want to leave you without gifts. See you next year. Huh.
Now, you see what was in that picture right there, all
In
right? You
both
see?
pictures, yes, I did.
Now, let me zoom in a little bit here for you because there was the Power 1000 Mini that was talked about, and we saw that uh, uh, FCCID,
Immediately.
right? We did see that FCCID, so we were waiting to see what's happening with that. But on the other side of that post was another picture, right? Well, we
Hmm.
zoom in real close, and what was that? That was like what the box of the AVATA, the
This
backside.
was the price list, and they claimed this was leaked
No,
intentionally.
is it the price list?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a price
Okay.
list.
So let's look deeper into this because we also saw a box,
Hmm.
right?
There you
So
go.
now we
That's
have,
the kit that I want.
yeah, I bet it is.
You know,
I, I bet it is. And you know what? I'm guaranteeing this is what I think this is what's gonna what would put that over the top over the ooh damn
you're welcome, Bob.
anti-gravity anti-gravity drone is the fact that their drone is flown only with that little motion stick that it goes in the direction of the stick and not where you're actually looking. But
Right.
DJI will definitely have that drone work with a controller, a conventional
It
controller.
does. It does. They have two versions with the
Right, you
controller.
have the stick,
And
and you have that motion joint, and you have the little FPV control, and that I'm
yes,
telling you is what is going to make that drone just like all of the rest of them. That it's gonna blow it out the water, man.
but you know what's funny?
Did I show the
This
picture of the drone?
you did not. You just showed the box. There we go. I want one. I want one. I want one. Everyone was asking, "Are you guys gonna get this and you gonna get that?" I want this one. You know why?
Why?
Because for the price point, and you're gonna show the prices later. It's come. I don't have the goggles. I don't have the
Mhm,
controller or
mhm.
anything on the O4 platform.
Well,
And that would be the perfect way to get started because that
you all
stick
right?
would fly. That stick would fly with other birds.
All right.
I'm thinking that way down the line.
Well, we do have, and we've shown this before of the FCC ID for that drone, and so we
Yeah,
know it's out
yeah,
there.
yes. And so it did pass. Now, for you guys that are wondering, is it going to be sold in the United States? It did pass the FCC deadline. The FCC number was registered before December 23rd, which means 9 times out of 10, yes, definitely cheaper than the anti-gravity.
Yeah, nine of
Gravity.
them out of the
Nine
10 of them.
times out of 10, it's going to be cheaper than gravity and sold in the United States.
Well, I'm looking at it, and I think that they're just trying to get it out there. But there was another post, right,
What the hell? Oh.
by this one guy at Coin Game Calls,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one
and
that came up, this one here is
he
kind of.
kind of
I don't know
flipped
if
it
you
up
can
here.
see it. Can you read that? It says
Can you?
word out of China. DJI
I
about a 360 might start at 2,988 yen, converted $489. Unconfirmed
really.
rumor, but that price is kind of crazy considering the anti gravity by itself. Now, the DJI Neo 2 is still going to be at its $229.
Okay.
Now, that goes down to say
With
the
a 1 inch
360.
sensor?
Huh?
With a 1 inch sensor?
Yes, 1 inch sensor, 8K, 60 frames per second, O4 transmission, full prop guards, omni scale, omni obstacle avoidance, meaning full 360 optical avoidance like the Neo 2, 360 mode and single lens mode.
Hmm.
And if they're starting with just the drone itself, Herman,
Uh-huh.
and one battery for $500, yo, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Now the Fly More
Yeah.
bundle with the goggles
Well,
and the
you know what?
stick controller is supposedly rumored at or around $1,000.
Well,
Now I
let's look
think
at what they have for Drone XL, though.
okay.
This is
Yeah,
what
here
they
we go.
have.
Here we go. Yeah, here it says base only with if you want the battery, the drone with the battery. Now this is guesstimate, so give or take 100 in either direction. I could see it
Hmm.
maybe even going up an extra 100, but for the drone by itself with one battery, 400 and something dollars.
Yeah, that's it
Um,
right there. There we go.
$426, and then the Fly More bundle if you
So
want
that's
it
a
with the
standard
standard controller, the R2
hmm
RC controller,
controller.
$569 US. So say between $500 and $600, you could have your screen,
That's not bad, man.
and then the other package, the final package you have,
Well,
right?
we have here with the Fly More and the Care Refresh.
Yes. Now the Fly More bundle comes, of course, with the batteries. Should be 811 US dollars.
Hmm.
Guys, you round it off to an even thousand. They're talking about.
Well, from what I'm understanding and what I'm hearing or whatever, I don't believe that there has been any prices actually listed in the U.S. market yet. But
Well,
what I
I'm
will tell guys is, from the article says, prepare your wallets because they got some estimated prices and the conversion right for the from the Chinese market over to
yeah,
the
yes,
American
they do.
conversion.
Right. So you figure, right, give like I said, give or take $100. Either way. Usually they don't get cheaper, they get more expensive. So from
Yeah,
426 China's equivalent, it'll be about 490, $500 here. See? So that's not bad. That's
and they
not
had what?
bad. That's considered cheap in China. So
And then they had the standard.
right, the standard
Um,
with the with the RC controller with the screen,
hmm,
560 not $570, and here it is 680. So
hmm,
that's
that's
not
it.
bad. With the screen, OcuSync 4, and then they have the final version with the
The
goggles,
Fly
the
More.
Fly More. That would be, like I said, around $1,000 US. It's eight
Hmm.
Chinese equivalent, $811 here, rounded off to 1,000.
They rounding it.
Yeah, yeah. So think about this, and that's one version with the goggles, with the stick,
Mhm.
and the extra batteries. And that would be a great way for me to get in onto the O4 platform, Herman.
I bet it would be.
Never flown
I bet it.
FPV, dude. It's one of the best things you could
I
ever
bet
do.
it would be.
Oh, Care
Well,
Refresh for my Neo 2 was Gary says was only $18. Oh
okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Forgot to mention Warren, who won. If he
Well,
watches the replay, the Neo 2 comes with 1 year Care Refresh New York. So when you activate it, you'll have Care Refresh through the New York Fifth Avenue store. We forgot to mention.
I did tell him in
Okay,
the email.
okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. But I did let him know.
Oh,
Um,
okay, great.
yeah, and it's actually mentioned in the video that we shot. And that to me, I just thought it was strange that how you could purchase Care Refresh with it, but it's tied
To that
to the
store,
serial number. So which is good because whoever possessed the
activates it.
drone can no who right. Well, not so much activated. Whoever possessed the drone can always get the Care Refresh
This is true.
because it's registered to the serial number and not the person.
How will,
So
how,
that's cool.
how will Care Refresh work getting the drone back in the country? Cool Cat, at the Fifth Avenue store, they actually have a shop somewhere where they send out, I believe, to
They
DJI
have
California or DJI Texas. But they
do
do,
they
or
send them
even
out?
locally, it may be
Do they
local. I
have
could be
their own
wrong.
technicians again?
Yeah. Oh, okay. See, even better. answer to the question. They have their own text. They send stuff out to you.
Because when I dealt with them for repairs, they always had their own technician. So I don't know. And like I said, they used to repair in another shop down the street from the DJI store.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Ronnie, Happy New Year, man. Hope all is well. So,
Where they
all right.
actually
All right.
repaired a lot
First
of things
sponsor,
there. They
first sponsor,
actually
first sponsor.
okay. We'll be right back.
For the live stream that talks about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. Tune in every Wednesday night to Wednesday Night with those guys.
That's a nice guy.
Okay. See, those were nice jackets, man. You know, nice and heated, because it was cold that day.
It was, but you know what? I didn't feel the need to turn the heating element on.
I did on the way home. On the subway, I was like nice and toasty, sitting there. I just
I
like in my
got
little
I got
cocoon.
heated seats in the car.
Huh?
I got
Oh
heated
yeah, yeah.
seats.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
So by the time I got out there and did what I had to do, and I did the jacket's a warm jacket, you know. I think that
Hmm.
heating element is for the punk in you.
Hey, look, that's okay. The subway train was cold because every time they open the doors, it's above ground. The heat just rushes out, and then they close it. The cold stays in till it
But what
heats up.
actually gets cold when they do that? Your face?
Huh? Yeah, just the air and in general, your face basically, yeah.
Right.
Because I had my
Does the
gloves
jacket
on.
the
I had my
jacket don't
gloves
cover
on.
your face?
I could have pulled the collar up to about here though, but it wasn't necessary. It definitely wasn't.
Okay. Well, another thing that we had mentioned before, and it's back because the Mini 5 Pro, right? You know, they have those quick quick release prop guards.
Hmm.
Yeah, and they are 360 quick release prop guards. And they're available, believe it or not. You know, we first mentioned them, like I said, like was it Christmas Eve? We mentioned those, right? Yeah. And we showed like some pictures of it. And but it seems as if there is some issues where well, I don't really think it's an issue, but it's something that you need to know because the firmware update has some limitations when using these prop guards here. But what we do have is a picture of those prop guards, the integrated the 360 integrated prop guards. Yeah, that's what it is. We got a nice close up picture of it from courtesy of Air Photography and
Right.
Drone Excel. There you go. That's nice close up shot of it.
I like the idea.
Hmm.
I just I like the idea because now you can fly your bird indoors.
Okay. Well, you know what?
A little
The
safe,
price,
a lot
the
safer than
price
open
is
prop.
not, and the price is not bad on it because you get a set of four of these props right for $39, and they have the built-in props inside the guard. So, like we said, they're integrated into the prop guard itself, but they're available, I believe, on DJI's site. Not here in America, but they're available on DJI's site. I don't know what I'm understanding. And I saw them on Amazon, but I did see them on eBay
Hmm.
for anybody who was interested.
Okay,
Um,
so they
I
do
don't
have
know.
them on. They have on eBay. Now this
Yeah.
is interesting because they actually stack like that from the magnets
Uh-huh.
that they have strategically placed on them.
Okay.
My thing is for transporting. How would you transport those? You see what I'm saying? Because they're stacked
I
up,
guess
almost like a lens, a camera lens.
the same way you would they would put them in the box.
Yeah, I guess that would they if they came. See, now you would need a camera bag to carry something
Well,
like that.
no,
That's
you
about
would
the height of a lens.
just put them in the bag that your drone is in.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
I
don't go it
guess.
in there. Just don't get in there. Let's get it in there. Lean on it a little bit.
I get to try out a new bag when on next week. A new camera bag.
Oh, really?
How long will it take the American drone company to reach the standard DJI set in the
Mm-mm.
drone market? To be
How
honest,
long?
how long will it take? Some people are saying, and
Well,
I
I
go ahead, you
so
go first.
well, honestly and truthfully speaking, it shouldn't take long, and I'll tell you why it shouldn't take long. If you can create a drone that can sit up there in the sky for however many days or whatever and fire things on the ground, and you share certain technology and certain things with companies, smaller in increments, then, with assistance, many of these companies can take off. And I think that that is where companies like DJI did flourish, and companies in America are still spinning their wheels and trying to figure out how to make it happen. Where they spent their money to find out certain things and to get certain technology. There's no secret or mystery as to the fact that why their drones operate the way they do. It's the damn connection from the controller to the drone. And
True.
that's it. you know. So once you get that down pat, sky's the limit. I think that there's technology out there that's not being shared or that some of these companies have privy to be able to do it.
Right. Well, in answer to Cool Cat's question too, it there is something called a UTM, unmanned traffic management system, and each of these drone companies and Amazon and whoever's flying drones up there, that's what they're using to keep us from hitting them. And then remote, I put in the chat remote ideas so they can see us as well, because they can already their drones can already see each other.
Okay.
But getting back to what you were saying. Oh, I can close this window out.
Well, what I was talking about was these quick release prop guards.
Yeah.
And
Well.
like I said, they were available, but there was a height and a distance restriction on it because I think that on distance it's restricted to 500 meters,
Hmm.
which is what, about 1,640 feet, and an altitude height of 120 meters, which is about 393 feet. So
Right.
this is not for the cowboy flying and the distance testing
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and being able to fly and capture things that big options. This is for, I guess, really for flying indoors and close proximity things that you need to capture.
Hmm.
And that was my opinion on it. But there's been we do have a photo of it. We can go back to his question really after I get through this because I just wanted to get this out of the way with the quick release pop guards. We have a photo with all four of them on the drone.
What's that?
The
Yes.
photo with all
Yeah.
four of
Yeah.
them on the drone,
Yeah.
integrated prop guard, you know,
It's
which is not bad. You know what I
well,
mean?
they snap on first of all,
Hmm.
and I think that's a great idea for portability and stuff. But after a while, if you know, like I do, snaps tend to loosen sometimes, or cause
Mm,
fractures.
not necessarily because this has a quick release mechanism.
That's true. That's true. It has a trigger
And if you
the
look,
squeeze and then it grips.
I have a close up photo of the quick release mechanism.
Yes, yes, yes. That's the squeeze and okay, that's a lot better.
And
And
then,
FYI, if you're wondering if you put them on wrong, your drone will acknowledge that the prop is not properly seated and will
mhm,
not start the motors.
okay.
So if they're not clicked in, just like your props are not clicked on, the
Mhm.
motors may not start. And
There
it yeah, there's the box.
you go. Quick, keep the box. You can put your props back in your box.
Yeah. I guess you would have to keep the box. That box looks a little flat. They probably have them individually. I don't know. I haven't
No, I
seen
think
the
they're
physical
selling
box.
them in a set of 4. Yeah, I believe so. Like I said, these photos are credited to Air Photography and Drone XL. Now, the
Yeah.
question that you were answering about how long would it take for American companies to be able to create something to the magnitude of what DJI has as far as a
Hmm.
drone is concerned? Um, my other point to that would have to be there has to be a will. If there's no will, there's no drone. You gotta have a will to do it. You know what I mean? You know, just because you want it doesn't mean that they're going to do it. Just because I want it doesn't mean that they're going to do it. I've said a long time ago that the reason why DJI was singled out is because of the capability. And if you eliminate drones that have the capability, guess what else you do? You
Yeah.
eliminate all of us as
Yeah.
hobbyists and enthusiasts that want to fly these drones at anywhere and any like Central Park. You see what I'm saying to you? If you
Yes,
eliminate the
definitely.
ability, because they're not stupid, they know that you can't fly the drones that you have forever.
True. That is true. I don't think it'll take. You're right. I don't think it'll take that as long as we thought it would. There are a
I
lot of
personally think
companies.
that they're hoping you just go away.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
none of these companies that we're talking about are talking about making a consumer drone. So if they're not talking about making a consumer drone, yes, they can probably make a drone that is very capable. But will it be what you're looking for? No. Would it reach the price range that you're looking to pay for it in? No, never, because they won't be able to produce that many and they won't produce as many fast enough and they're
Right.
not producing them for you to buy. They're producing
True.
those special needs for police officers, for search and rescue, for different specific case need. They're not making anything that is what we use these drones for capturing video and for creating content and stuff like that. That's not what they're making these drones for. That's not in their interest. I said this. I said it today. I said this years ago when this all started. This didn't start last year or the year before. This started many years ago when they all ran and left because honestly, Parrot and all of them couldn't sell us drones. So when they got the government get down a lay down plan going
Hmm.
on, they ran for that. Of course they did.
Yeah.
Government contracts. Oh, we don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah. Skydio was one of the first companies to start to do that. They
No, it
jumped with
wasn't.
quickness.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
One of
It was
one of one
it was
of the
Parrot.
first.
Parrot and them
No.
took off first.
Yeah.
They took off first when that Skydio wasn't even it wasn't even in thought.
They had their Skydio. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Parrot was around for a while.
Skydio wasn't even in thought. Remember, we were around flying these drones before Skydio was even a thought. And then Skydio came out and tried to do the send me your money and I'll send you a drone in about a year and a half. You remember?
Mhm. Bob Casey, make a good consumer drone, a good camera drone. I'll buy it. Till then,
Who?
we should be entitled and
Who?
to what we prefer, not what the government wants us to have or not have.
But that's always been the case.
Yeah. Yes. This is true.
And I don't know why no one wants to say it, but if you clear the field for competition, then you'd be the best guy out there. That's all it was. Listen, you got a drone outfit. My son's got a drone outfit. I make yours illegal. My son's selling drones.
Yeah.
Listen, hey, let's call a spade a spade. Plus,
Yeah,
it
exactly.
was easy to sell to people the fear and the mass hysteria. And I've been telling you guys this for the longest time. That's why I speak highly against the cowboy flying, as you call it, because that feeds the narrative.
Hmm.
And that's what they use as the case to say DJI, 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 DJI,
Well,
DJI,
now
DJI.
see, this may come back, and we discussed this. I don't want to stay on it too long, but this may come back to bite everyone in the ass in the long run because just how they slipped in all electronics that broadcast. How
Mm-hmm.
do you think these American companies are building their drones? Some of the
Well,
parts are from Asia. And when I'm saying Asia, I'm not just saying China. I don't mean just China. I mean Malaysia, all these
well,
places, Thailand,
I'm going to talk about that a little bit later.
Vietnam.
I want to talk about that a little bit later
Okay, okay, cool. Because you got to
because
think about it. Why are they still selling Hollystone drones? Them shits have more Chinese parts in them and some.
they're not capable.
Mm.
But you know what? I did want to say to you is that DJI did respond to the blacklist
Mm-hmm.
decision, and we know, as we all know, right, that DJI was placed on the FCC's on their covered list, right? We know that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we spoke here on Christmas Eve with Vic Moss about that, and we spoke about a few things. But the thing that I look at with this, and you're talking about blocking foreign-made drones and components and stuff, right? Well, that's what you were just talking about, right? Well,
Yes.
DJI is talking here, and they mentioned that they just want to let their consumers know, and we've said this here, and it said on, I guess, I don't know, maybe there's other live streams that talk about it, but it was said that nothing is going to affect the drones that you have now, that you can purchase now, that you've been flying now. Nothing's going to affect those things. None of the things that the mics or anything that you have that have to
Hmm. The
have.
Osmos, the
None of that stuff
Romans.
is. None of that stuff will be affected. And Lawrence had mentioned it earlier about a certain that the date that they came up. So they anything that has the license ID approval,
The FCC licensing, like
they those things will be okay.
the Insta
It's
360.
anything new coming in to the country, they won't be able to do. So that's anything new. Um, what DJI is disturbed about is the fact that they're, the information that was used and not that this the whole thing was not clear to them because the information that was used to make the magistrate that made this decision, um, you know, in the executive branch, the decision that was made was what the information that was used does not they're confused about what information was used and they come to that determination. So I guess where DJI is looking at is that they were unlawfully placed upon this list, is what I get from what I've read and what I'm understanding about this. And I looked at it from when the decision was originally made, and I felt that way as well. Um, I don't know what they're going to do from here or what they can do from here, but the fact that the listing makes it, and when you start talking about determination and stuff like that, and listing stuff like that,
Hmm.
where it breaks down even deeper, right? Is that going into what we were talking before, and what I wanted to mention to you was ChipWar was a book that was written um, by, was his name Chris Miller,
It's a Pulitzer Prize winning book,
Yes.
ChipWar, and he analyzed this situation that was going on with DJI and states, and how it says that the FCC ban successful where Trump's tariffs failed against DJI, and the reason for why that was the case was the fact that in the tariffs, excuse me, the tariffs are placed, and I want to try to clear this up real quick because there's a little disturbance here amongst some of the marbleheads and toothless that um, tariffs are placed upon a country. Tariffs are an import tax. So he who is importing the goods pays the tariffs and passes it on to the consumer. Does everybody got that and understand that
Hmm.
clearly? Because I know that there's a few guys that still believe that we're getting back and even with the tariffs. So just to make that clear for the marbleheads and the toothless, that the tariffs are an import tax. So he who imports the goods pays the tariffs. So now, when you place the tariffs on imports coming in from a specific country, like say China, all DJI did was move the operation of manufacturing. Now, if those of you who know that if you bought drones in the past, some of them will tell you that inside is made in China, even the Mavic 3 made in China. But the enterprise drones were starting to be made over in Malaysia. And I noticed that for quite some time that there was talk about the Malaysian manufacturing from back around the time of the what was that, the Mavic Pro 2, I believe it was. So now if you look inside of your what is that, your Mavic 3 Enterprise, it's going to say made in Malaysia.
Hmm.
Whereas that if you bought a Mavic 3, that was probably still made in China. So with them moving operations to Malaysia, right? Malaysia now, if you check it out, they were moving now. What they say they're more than 3 times as much of the drones that are coming out of China right now.
Yep.
So with the first administration slapping the 25% tax on or tariff tax on imports from China, all they did was move operations over to everything over to Malaysia now. So now you have all of these shell companies that are
Hmm.
over there operating and are manufacturing there too. So, and the government is well aware of them. So if you place the ban upon the import period of foreign goods, that is more effective than
And
placing it on a
generalized.
specific country, a tariff on an import from a specific country, because now I can move manufacturing. Whereas that no matter where I move manufacturing, that ban still sit.
You see what John Coopy put? Yep, my wife imported steel aerial equipment that is only specially made overseas, and DHL levied a $600 tariff that we had to pay.
Mhm.
Yes, it comes right out of
Right,
it. Yeah, yeah,
right. Tariffs are import tax. Don't let anybody fool you and tell you that we winning, and somebody else is paying those tariffs because you know personally that that's not true. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
If you do, I got a bridge to sell here in Brooklyn.
So that's what happened with the drones and stuff like that coming from DJI and elsewhere. When they started to place these with what the first 25% tariff tax that was put on them, they just moved operations over to another point. So that was what by 2020 and in 2024 is when they
Hmm.
started to go deep into Malaysia with all of these shell companies as we know, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know
Well, we
what
can
you
kind
think.
of we can kind of stretch things out because
Mhm.
FPV Corner was
Yeah.
canceled.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about
Oh,
10
okay.
minutes ago. So we,
Oh,
we,
okay.
we could keep going with this because if what it comes down to, this ban, now I did mention earlier, what about Focentic and Focentic and companies like that?
Well,
And
they do all fall under that
they
category.
apply to this new list now. They
They
apply
do,
to it.
as well as the batteries for some of the American made drones, and this is what
True.
I find that is disturbing about it. And that's why if you even check out what gentleman here that wrote this book had said that this is more than an American Chinese tech uh, issue. This is something a little deeper,
Yeah.
because of the way they went about it. You've banned, you've cut your nose off to spite your face with this ban.
Right, because Skydio felt it because remember those fly more bundles? Well, they had to
Well,
stop them for a while.
but that's not this. That's something
Yeah, yeah,
that's not this. Technically, by this, any Skydio's gonna have to come up. If they come up with a new drone, they're gonna have to come up with a new battery
yeah,
that they physically have made them, or somebody here is making, because they won't be able to get any more of the stuff that they've, the batteries how they've been getting them. So I don't know. There's a lot here. There's a lot going on with that. But like I said, you know, the whole thing with the gentleman that wrote this, and he just laid out how this worked, and how what he saw with it. Because from what I understand, his book is what helped shape the inner workings of Silicon Valley. Believe it
yeah. I
or
just
not.
put the link for that book in the chat. That's the actual audio book, but
Really?
it'll point you in the right direction.
Okay. What,
Could the
ChipWar?
current administration could the current administration reverse course on the DJI ban after realizing the futility of the decision? Yes. Could it
Um,
happen?
the
Could it
reason
happen?
the
Mm,
reason why it is a little difficult is because it's in the defense bill.
right,
It's in the
right.
defense bill, and I mean, I didn't know. I don't know how you're not going to hold up the defense bill funds your military, even though. Listen, they could do whatever they want, but I mean, would they? No, I doubt that.
Yeah, yeah. I would have to agree with that. I would definitely have to agree with that, Herman. You
Yeah, you're
know.
right, Draymond. 100%. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's like Young Guns all over again.
This is true. This is true. If you haven't clicked the like button, please feel free to do so. We'd appreciate it,
Because
because pretty soon our bouncer from Canada is going to start
what is it?
telling you guys we need to get to a certain number. And John Coopy, don't count on it. Yes, this is true. Unusual machines.
Yeah, I told you guys that at the beginning of
Unusual
last year to look out
machines.
for unusual machines. Go back to the first stream last year to look out for unusual machines. Trump's son Junior
Yeah,
sits on the
yeah.
board.
He's on the board.
As I said, my son's got a drone
We got a
outfit. You got a
sponsor
drone
now, bro.
outfit. Let me get rid of your drone outfit. He's can make some money.
We got a
We got a
sponsor now.
sponsor.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
we got a sponsor. Let's go to our sponsor and get right back. I don't understand. We got a sponsor. Let's go to a sponsor. Drone a Dare. If you're a Part 107 and you're looking to scale your operations and you want to get out and do all the work and leave all the office work to someone else, record keeping, making new appointments, a place where you can show off all your work, tools to make you a more knowledgeable pilot. And if that's what you're looking for, then Drone Dare is for you. check out the link in the description. Jonah dear, it's for you.
Okay, that's what's up. Now,
And
you
we're back.
guys know usually we have the FPV corner, but that was canceled. But we got a deal for you guys. You remember we had
Oh, don't
Clover?
jump the gun. Don't jump the gun.
Oh,
That was one sponsor. We'll get the other sponsor in the next half.
okay, okay. All right, all right. Well,
Because
the
you lost your
FPV
sponsor
corner.
time right there.
Oh, FPV corner was canceled. The gentleman that was supposed to be on FPV vegan, he does
Was
a
it?
lot of gorilla whooping around the city and
Oh,
stuff.
that's the guy.
But in yes, yes.
That's
Yes,
okay.
FPV vegan.
Cornhole cars.
He's dived the Empire
Cornhole
State
cars. Be on
Building
the
when they had
lookout.
the dragon around it with the tiny
Be on,
boot.
be
Huh?
on the lookout.
No, but he had to cancel. I don't know if he forgot or what, but he I said him let him know you got an hour, a little over an hour before the stream, and he was
Hmm.
like he's stuck on the train. So
He's stuck on the train.
yeah, he's stuck in the subways. So we'll
See
just
why I
have to
don't
pass
like
on.
riding that
There is
thing?
a robot tech company out there that put a camera, high tech like DJI Nano. So maybe companies like that will venture into drones.
You
Jim's
know,
droning. It's highly possible. It is highly possible, and the reason I say it's highly possible because you have camera companies now that are making cameras for drone companies. Um, Look at Rotor Riot. You got Rotor Riot making military drones now.
they've been absorbed though.
Military FPV drones. What's
But
that, Herman?
they've been absorbed by them. So they're not making anything for anybody.
Right,
They
that's true.
just
They have been
them.
absorbed. That is very very true. They've been absorbed, and now they're still pushing Rotor Riot stuff. They're still pushing the Rotor Riot name, but they're not really Rotor Riot. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, um,
They're making war machines.
now
No,
getting
but
back.
what I was saying. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. What were you
You know
saying?
what I was saying before about this whole thing about Malaysia. This is what since what last year or no, 24
Hmm.
that Malaysia was exporting 3 times as many drones as China
That's
by
crazy.
volume.
Right.
Well, the value, the price by volume, yeah, the three times as much, and that is something
Well,
because the amount of drones that we know that are in the hands of people, like we know a bunch of people here, and we've gone to meetups in other states and seen other sets of people. So the amount of drones that, and that's just the small few set of people that we know.
true.
You know what I
True.
mean? And because you remember, I remember I told you when I met you, I was like, I didn't know there was other guys in New York that flew drones. I mean, I didn't know anybody until I ran into the people that I did know that were doing it, and then
This is true.
they put me on the groups of people in the area that were doing it. So I was like, who knew? You know, who knew? So I don't know. What do you think? This whole thing as the FC goes after foreign made drones and the components, the critical components.
Well, see, this is where I think they're going to hang themselves because now it comes down to the actual batteries. It could be capacitors. It could be
Well,
anything that transmits.
well, we knew this was going to happen because, like I said, we've talked about it over and over, and we said that when they put this in the defense bill, and they talked about this thing before, we were all like, "Oh, Stefanik's bill is not included in the NDAA," but there was other things
Mhm.
that was entered into it, and when you start talking about critical components and stuff like that, there's no way around this.
True. This is true.
So, um, can they? You'd have to either wait for the next administration to do it or somebody to figure something out. I just and
I personally still don't just think that they don't want it anymore.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
proven the tech to them, so now they can take the tech and do whatever it is that they want to do with it.
This is true. Sad but true. I would tend to believe that also. Can they turn it around? I don't think it could be done in the little time that they have. You fellas ever
We
do it?
uh,
Yes, we do. We've had meetups before, bro, here in New York.
several meetups here in New York.
Yeah, we usually have a yearly barbecue. This year we weren't able to. Wait, well,
The whole meetup thing. Um, we've had meetups here in New York for years.
yes, for
Making it
decades.
like destination retreat like they did with Florida is something a little different. We've gotten 30, 40, 50 or more guys together here in New York for meetups in the
Yes,
in the past when it was cool to do it, when it was safe to do it, when no one had to worry about the police bothering you and stuff like that.
yeah,
It was
yeah. Now
always
you're
we
limited to
always
where you
did
can
it.
have meetups, but
Now it's just yeah.
yeah, we can't we people do meet up and fly, but you
Mhm.
have to do it. You have to check Lance. You have to make sure there's no special events going on. Um, it's more about location now. There are parks like at Calvert Vaux Park in Brooklyn where
Oh
we
yeah,
have
we could all meet
our
up there and
yearly
fly.
barbecues. We can barbecue there and fly in that park. You can go up and see Coney Island in the distance. It's a decent place, but those places there are few and far in between now. For example, we had what, a 30 to 50 person meetup at Inwood Hill Park one time.
Yeah, but that was then. This is
Yeah,
now.
that's true. That's true. The rules have changed, but you can still have meetups. Yes.
Then. This is now. You know what I mean? But they have to be in designated areas. You
Yeah.
know, um, to do it any and everywhere like we used to.
Draymond laughs. He goes, free to fly in New York City. Uh,
Uh,
if you're in an airfield, if you're in
you
an
know what? I'd
airfield,
like to. I'd love to know how that would work if you submitted a permit to fly in New York. You had a flight plan and everything submitted, and then you submitted the names and the serial numbers and photos of like 60 drones and like 30 pilots.
would they go for it?
What would
And,
they
and
say?
and you would have to invite the local news. Could you imagine? In order to fly there, you'd have to give up the serial number to your drone, a
What would they
picture
say?
of it, a picture of the drone, because that's what we have to do, guys, here in New York. Every drone that we're flying on a construction site or wherever we're flying, they want a picture of that drone and that serial number. Could you imagine a meetup, Herman? That would be crazy.
Then they want to know if you need the street closed. That's it. Game
Yeah,
over.
that's it. Yeah, if you want need the streets closed, you're screwed. Because then the city gets involved, and now that's more money, a permit to shut down the street
So just to fly your drone to catch some pictures of a couple of buildings can turn into a couple $100.
easily. Easily. Now, what people are doing, and here's a hint, they stay in New Jersey. There
Uh
was
oh.
just a meetup in New Jersey at the Colgate Clock,
Here
and
we
they
go.
they they go up and get pictures from there. You can get pictures of the Freedom Tower and Lower Manhattan from there.
Is it red still over the Hudson
It's still red over there. That's why I said just go up. I said nothing about going out over the water. Because FYI, if you didn't know, the Hudson River and the East River are red on Lance.
you know, that used to be the thing because downtown Manhattan, right, was not a no-fly zone. So
Hmm.
from the Colgate Clock, you could fly straight in past the Freedom Tower.
Yep. You could, at one time back in the day, you could go right up to the coast of Manhattan as long as you didn't fly into Manhattan. That this was before the Zoom,
Why?
right?
It was
Before they had
no,
Zoom.
no. No, there was no fly zone in downtown Manhattan
Oh no, I know that. You had to
around
stay
the
out over the
Freedom
water.
Tower, which made no sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. I remember flying our Phantoms from Tesla, and you hit that wall
That's
about
the
South
worst
Street
place
Seaport.
to fly from.
It was. It was. Valentino was closer, but those were the days when you could take off from all those places. Now you
Yeah,
take off with a drone, you get tased.
I don't think it's that bad, but I do
No,
know
it's
that
not. It's
you
not.
trigger a lot of things nowadays because they are watching. I mean, it's got to be at the right time,
Hey,
and to get
Angie,
in
what's
and
up?
get
How
out.
are you? You know
What's
what?
going on,
To be
AG?
honest, Pictron, you can
Who?
fly. You can still fly in New York City. You just have to do it legally. Yeah, as far as flying in Manhattan, that's a different story. I know people that try to fly from their hotels. People that try to, oh, if I sit here under this
Okay,
tree, oh,
okay. Here's the thing.
yeah,
From what, and then this will end the whole thing. From what
okay,
I was told, right, by the detective that I spoke to in
right,
reference to permits for flying drones in New York. That permit has to be applied for all 5 boroughs.
yes,
The outer boroughs of Manhattan doesn't matter. So if you want to fly, it's a 30-day in advance. You have to lay out your flight plan. You must lay out the information of you, your information, ID information, your certificate information.
mm-hmm.
Now, as a hobbyist, you won't have that certificate information. So this is
True,
where it starts to become interesting and how they would approve this. So now you have to, like I said, lay out the flight plan. You got to show them the drones that you're going to be flying with, the serial
serial
numbers
number.
of each drones. And you have to have permission to be flying or show them an approval as to why you are flying here.
Mm-hmm. You have
So
to send them
they've made it.
lands.
They've made it impossible for it to be done. You also have to give them your Lance approval. So you have to get the Lance approval in advance and send them this information.
Yep.
Your photo IDs, everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And then at the end, pay $153.
I just don't know how it would be done as a hobbyist. I think that it was a thing to it
Oh, you
was a
forgot insurance.
oh yeah, and your insurance.
You got to have insurance. Without insurance, they're
And
not letting you
their
fly.
their thing is this $4 million thing. I can't. I can't. I hate it like with a passion. They want you to have $4 million in insurance just to fly. So
Hmm.
I don't know how they
A
didn't
hobbyist
can
is not
absorb this.
is not designed for a hobbyist to do. And you said this years ago that it will come to a time and point where the only time you'd be able to fly is if you were a Part 107
So if
or Rogue or Rogue.
anybody else adapts this nonsense in their town or their city, the whole country is screwed.
Hmm. And people are watching New York and they're saying, hey, they're getting away with this and they're only charging 153. What if we charge 173 or 183? Watch. Coming to a state near you.
You know what? And then it happened. B
BMAC
Mac,
said insurance. I'm perfectly
and
sure I'm not going to crash this drone.
then it happened.
Yes. And then it happened. No, keep in mind, after all this information you give, the detective calls you and she says, well, after I go through your information, I'll be
They don't
forwarding it
always
to
call you.
Homeland Security.
They don't always call you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They only
So,
call you when there's a discrepancy in your application.
but you know what? That would be interesting, Herman, to find out if we could have a meetup and everybody that's flying at the meetup would have to give up their serial numbers. It'd be a small meetup, right?
Yeah, I know. As
And
soon as they gotta give up their ID and everything like that, oh no, I ain't going.
yeah, I'm not flying over there. That's crazy.
Nah, I'm
I'll
good.
stay across the water in Jersey and just go straight up and take photos.
Nah, I'm good. I ain't going to that. No, government up
Yeah,
in my business.
unfortunately. All right. It's 6:16. I apologize. We didn't have an FPV corner. We will
PBI?
definitely have one for next week. If I if I have to use AI to create a
Oh
character.
damn, it's like that.
Well, if people, things happen. Have them as a backup.
What?
Create a
AI?
character and everything on AI, and do an FPV corner with them.
Is that how it's gonna be now?
It's possible.
Wow.
It's quite
Mm-mm-mm.
possible. You've seen what AI is doing to our government.
Is it? I don't. Well, I don't see it doing much to them.
Well, no. People are creating AI
Oh,
to
well,
express how
yeah.
they feel about our government.
Well,
That's what I
yeah.
mean.
I've seen that.
Let me know ahead of work. Yep. Let me know ahead of work every other weekend.
What
Still
happened?
9 likes. Our bouncer Gary is going to tell you guys to get your burner accounts. Come on, he'd like for
Oh,
us to hit 30 likes tonight.
well, I don't know. They don't seem to come over here.
Well, you know what it is. You know what it is. Sometimes you
It's what
start
Wednesday.
talking about things other than
Then
sports,
drones and having
people,
fun.
and drones and having fun. People get intimidated.
No, well, I hope that's not it. But
I would hope not either, but it seems, you
I
know,
don't.
how to
I
hold
don't.
on. Question: how do you think things will work out with the anti gravity drone? Will there be no remote ID? I'm pretty sure it has remote ID.
Um.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure because they passed a law. Everything created after December 2024 needed to be made with remote ID or
it sounds
broadcasting
good.
something.
It sounds good because from what I saw in the video that Ken Herron put out, there was an issue with that remote ID. It wasn't. It wasn't. They checked and it wasn't broadcasting any signal. Um, I don't know, but do you? I don't know. Do you have to actually register the drone and the serial number with?
No, because it's under 250, but if you're using it as a Part 107, then it has to be registered.
Right.
That's how
And
I would believe it would
when
go.
you register the drone, right, that's when they ask you for the remote ID information.
Correct. Correct. And it has to be transmitting at frequency. Like the Air 2S was not remote ID ready. So what they did was they attached the serial number of the Air 2S to the remote ID. And they made that the remote ID. So now, when you see this drone in the air, you don't see it transmitting remote ID, but you can identify it through the serial number. It doesn't make sense, but that's what they did.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, but it does trans
Right. Yeah, of
transmit
course it does.
with the firmware update that came out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was many moons afterwards. But
And I
originally,
think
that's
that
how.
the way it was actually set up, it could be backdoored in.
Hmm. Right. Right.
Whereas
Through the
at certain
software.
other drones, it couldn't be.
Is it me or is your supercomputer extra bright today? Looks like
Oh
you're
no, it's
pushing
you.
full power. It looks like you're pushing full power, and maybe it's
It's
just
you.
maybe it's just a glare because I have a light here, and I didn't even put
You
the
know
light in my
what? You
face.
really can't get the beauty of this on unless you look at it like straight ahead.
Right through the
So
glass.
because with the godlike motherboard, right? You got the infinity mirror in the back. You got the temperature readout of the CPU and the GPU on the board, and then the RAM has the diamond crystal glare. It's a whole thing, and then you got the whole disco floor going on here
Yeah, yeah,
from Saturday Night FIFA.
yeah. But what you guys don't realize is everywhere outside of that room, outside of where Herman lives, their lights are dim. Every time he powers on, it like, damn, he cut on that computer again. The lights
That's
are
not my
going
problem.
dim. Oh shit. He said not his problem. 9 minutes away from his last sponsor.
Well, we do have two sponsors, but
Oh, yes, we have two new sponsors?
no, not two new sponsors. We have
Oh,
another. Oh
oh.
gosh.
See, I'm trying to figure out a way to get that $1,000 to get that that 360.
This guy is something else. But anyhow, FPV corner, right? We didn't have it this week, but we do
Yeah.
have something for you guys. Now, Lawrence had the gentleman here from what was that the clover leaf or whatever is it?
Oh
Clover.
yes, yes.
Clover.
We had Cloverleaf FPV
Well,
systems here.
the clover system, right? For
Yes.
any of your purchases on the clover system,
Yes. So if you
use
use
those guys for 15% off on any clover FPV system. Go ahead, Lawrence, take it away.
yes, yes, yes. So if you remember, this was the FPV system where one camera system could switch between your drone, your car, your fixed wing, or any of your robots.
Or any
Um,
other
but those guys, with those guys at final purchase, you get 15% off your purchase. And this will be ongoing until we are told you can't do it anymore. Now, I was actually interested in getting the Cloverleaf system. The 15% will help that much because you'd have to buy a frame and then you'd have to buy the VTX system or the VTX box and put in your own VTX. So
hmm
if
But
you put
I
in
think
those
it's
guys
nice.
at Cloverleaf, huh?
I think it's nice because you could just move the whole thing from one drone to the next if you build out all the drones that way.
Yeah. If here's the page for these guys, check it out.
Never have to
One
worry.
VTX,
Yeah.
one video system for everything. You can switch it between drone to drone to drone, or switch it
hmm
between a drone and put it in on a 4-wheel drive, ATV, whatever.
And technically, by remote ID, that means you would have one drone, right?
Yep, yep, yep. Yes, technically,
Yeah, really. They would have one drone and have 50 of them,
right.
or could have
So
50 of
if you check out Clover FPV systems,
them.
use
So I said,
those guys, get 15% off. Thought Clover, you get everything, including
hey, Gary.
VTX. You can buy Jim's droning. You can buy the set with the drone and
Mhm.
the VTX box, and then you can buy just a frame yourself. Because what happens is once you buy the VTX, that VTX box switches between their framing system. So technically, you're just buying different frames.
Right.
Yeah.
Gary, tell Vicky I said hi and Happy New Year.
Yes. Yes. Happy New Year,
Unless
Vicky.
she can hear me.
Yes.
Nah, I know you guys didn't get that package yet. That would be too soon.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
I wonder
The,
how long it
the
takes to
package
get
is
them.
going to Canada for what will be there. It's just I don't
Yeah, I'm
know.
just wondering how long, unless you're sending it to Jim's Joint and then it'll come back like 3 or 4 times.
Oh yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Jim's droning. I'm starting to think Jim's droning is like Warren. It's a server in a room somewhere. You know.
No, he got it eventually because it never came back.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. So maybe they're keeping it in the country.
I
He'll get the
guess.
pickings after customs goes through it.
What happened?
I said he'll get the pickings after customs goes through it.
Oh, that wouldn't be good.
I know, I know. I don't know. So well, yes, it is one VTX for everything, correct, Jim. So you would take that VTX system out and put it on
I, I
one of
know
those.
Bob told me. Yeah, Bob told me that he got his on he will, I ran into him in the chat on another live stream,
Oh, okay.
and
Yes,
he just
yes.
confirmed it again that he got the box. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And
you're
they do.
in the states. The other stuff had to go up to Canada, and then Warren's, I guess, is here in the states too, but I haven't
We
heard from
haven't
him.
heard from Warren to know if he received it or not.
He's okay because a couple other, well, someone else told me that they didn't see him in their live stream chat either. So, and he's usually at everyone's live stream.
See, see,
So I don't
see.
know. A little
So
concerned.
I hope he's well.
Well, Lawrence, you know what I wanted to get into? The fact that we know that it has, well, as you know,
4 minutes till
see,
sponsor. Go ahead.
again, okay. As you know, CES kicked off this week, and tomorrow, the FCC chairman, Brandon Carr, takes a victory lap at CES. He's going to take his victory lap because he's going to be on the stage as the key speaker at CES. Well, one of the speakers at CES, believe it or not. He's going to stand on the stage where I guess DJI has developed the drone culture here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And, DJI has made their name and rep and being at CES. And as you know, uh, this gentleman, Mr. Carr, he signed the order that killed the future for DJI here in the United States or here in America. I wouldn't say here in America. I say here in the United States because America could mean North America, South America. Here in the United States, um, which, like I said, he's going to be on that stage, and I don't know well, I know he's not going to be there to mention anything about drones or consumer drones. He's not going to be there to mention anything about DJI
Mm-hmm.
because we anybody who has checked out these articles and stuff and seen because it's been in a few different online publications. You can put in topics and they come up in a bunch of different magazines. It's funny because sometimes I wonder if they don't all write, if one guy doesn't all write for all of them because
Everyone else, right?
a lot of times it's the same article in every online magazine. But he's gonna be on the stage, right? And it's funny because you know he's gonna be there. Like, and I said to you before, we all know DJI, and many of us has the time from where we knew what DJI had the offer. Because let's go through this because I saw it in the article. In 2015, right? DJI supposedly unveiled 4 new products at
Right.
Las Vegas show at CES. You know, by 2017, they were introducing the Osmo Mobile and new Phantom accessories. So by 2019, right, they were showing off this new revolutionized controller from the Mavic series. Remember when they came out with the new controller for the
Right.
Mavic? That was the big thing to come out with that controller. You remember everybody was trying to figure out a way to mod that controller.
Yep.
There was actually one guy that actually did it the best, but um, by 2020, they had a flight cage like the one at B&H, and the one in B&H is full of DJI drones. So
Okay.
um, CES is where DJI, I guess, really for the American market, cut their teeth, where everybody fell in love with DJI, where DJI made its name here in the United States. I mean, you go back, let's say like 2017, 2015, right? 2015,
Hmm.
2016 is when I told you I got the first Phantom back. 2015, 20, was it 2015, 20, yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. When I saw the guy with the put the Phantom down, and I saw him there, and I'm sitting in the car watching this, and I'm like, what the hell is that? You see lights on this thing, and then I saw it just take off up into the sky. I'm like, whoa. So I went across the street to the guy, and the guy had this thing hovering over Flatbush Avenue, looking down into the street, and you could see it on his phone. And when he told me what the price of it was, I was like, I'm good. I was like, that's a little steep. But I guess a couple of years later, I went out and bought one.
Hmm.
Then I bought one for Jalen, and couldn't put it down after that. But a lot of guys got in after the Mavic series came out, and then the minis started
Hmm.
coming later on. DJI has gone a long way, and now you'll never see them at CES after this. You won't see them again. But I wonder, you know, what's going to be. Everybody wonders what it's going to be. Nobody knows. But what do you think is going to be the big thing at CES? Because I know what Mr. Carr is going there to talk about. He's
Well,
going there. He's going there to talk about. He's not going there to answer any questions about accountability on this ban. He's going there to talk and be there to talk about this uh, unveiling American drone dominance. That's
yeah,
what they're going there to talk about, and how they want to steal the hobby away from everybody and here in America, so they can use the technology to make war machines. You understand?
pretty much.
They only want commercial work going on, is what it looks like to me. And until somebody can prove to me different, I'm going to keep saying that. Because none of these manufacturers and none of these guys that is out there doing has any desire to make any consumer drones. Even some of the guys that are, well, we had Randall here on the stream to talk about
Hmm.
Ansu's product, and I asked him about making a consumer version of drones, and that was
He,
not in even in his
he
thought
said it
process.
quickly too. He said it
No,
really fast. He was
no,
like, "No,
nobody wants that nightmare.
yeah, yeah, customer service and all of
Yeah,
that.
the customer service aspect of it,
Yeah,
and that's what it is. And I'm like to myself, I was like, well, the enterprise drones don't have customer service.
yeah. Hey, Louisiana, how are you, man?
I listen. I don't know. Customer service is customer service,
Yeah, no matter
or is
where
it
you get
less
it from.
customer service and more money when you're dealing with enterprise drones?
Hmm.
That's probably what it is. But yeah, that's what I believe, that whole conversation is there. And to talk about CES, what do I believe the new thing, the big thing out of the United States is going to be? Well, you guys talked about it. I think that you're going to see more of the robotic side
They did. They're
technology.
saying that at CES. You're seeing
I
everyone's
believe
robotics and AI.
I believe that the AI tools, also as well as your human flying aircrafts, or the
Yeah.
transport machines. I believe you're going to start seeing and hearing more of that, because I even heard the same thing with electronic shows and drone programs over in Europe, that a lot of the talk was in that range too. You know, a lot of stuff floating in the airspace autonomously. Where was
Sad
I?
but true, Dan.
Oh, in Jersey. I was in Jersey the other day, and it was funny because I'm looking to make a left turn, right, and I'm pulling up near the corner, and I'm waiting to make the left turn, and what do you see going across the street? The little thing wiggling across the street, the little robot thingy.
Oh, Rizzo?
Yeah, the little on the wheels, he's just whizzing by and it's crossing the street. I'm like, look
Get
at
out.
that thing go.
Because there's a guy who walks around with a robot. He travels with him. It's called Rizbot.
So this thing is delivering stuff.
Oh, it's delivering food.
Yo, the thing that I think would be crazy, and this autonomous car thing in New York
Yeah.
City, I can imagine that now. Your car cannot move. Your car can't get to you. Like when you're talking about how you can call your car and the car will come to you. Could you imagine that here in New York? The car is stuck at the light because people are in front of it. Hey, look, this car is driving by itself. There's no one in it. Look. And they're standing in front of this thing.
Yeah.
So the car won't move because the sensors won't move because they're standing in front of it. Yeah, I listen. We're getting ready to enter into a world that no one knows, but I think by the
Sponsor.
time it gets to that point, a lot of us won't be here anymore. We said we got a sponsor.
Yeah. We're 7 minutes in.
Oh, okay. Let me get to that
Finish.
sponsor. Nanook. For 10% off on all Nanook purchases, use Phantom Flight 10 for 10% off on all purchases from Nanook. Things you need to have protected from cameras, gimbals, drones, jewelry, watches, or do watches consider as jewelry? But anyhow, firearms, your gimbals, anything. They even make custom cases. Check out the link in the description. Nanook. And we're back. Nice little company up there in Canada, plastic cases. I've often wondered how that worked. Plastic Cases is the company behind it. And I guess it's Nanook once they actually put the foam in it and make it all nice and cozy for your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I need to start giving away the stickers. I have tons of them things floating around here, the Nanook stickers.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know why I have them. It's Nanook. I guess I was supposed to give them away, right?
Yeah. Yeah, right?
I just honestly I forget to throw them in the box like how I threw the candy in the box for the guys that won on on the Christmas giveaway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Why I keep collecting the damn stickers.
Oh, shoot. Tomorrow's the
What?
7th.
Who? What?
No, tomorrow's the 8th.
Oh,
Doctor's. No, I forgot I had a doctor's appointment.
look at this. The guy forgot he had to get his oil changed.
Hey, you're right. That's going for an oil job.
You know what's funny? I saw a video like that. There was this woman. She pulled up at the gas station, and she got out. The guy was like, "It's a full service station." She goes, "Oh, so you're gonna pump it for me?"
Yeah.
Did you see the video?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh,
He
that's
said it's
that's
full
good.
service here. She goes, "So you're gonna check my oil and my brakes too?"
Yeah, exactly.
He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna check your oil and I'm gonna fill you up."
Hmm. Yes, I did see that video, Jody.
What video?
There's a video of skydivers
Oh,
diving out of a plane, and they're using the trail and everything, and then they fly right through the middle of a drone show. It actually looks like a cannon firing because they have sparklers coming from there. It was very good video. It was running around. Jody has sent it to me on Facebook.
First off, they jumped out of a perfectly good plane.
They jumped out of a perfectly good plane. It wasn't going down or nothing. And they stayed. They launched. They flew around for a while, and then went. They did a few things. They showed different things at the end of the year. I guess it was a buildup, but their last show was them flying through a drone light show. The drones were lined up in a tube, and you could see the sparkles going through the tube as they were flying through. That was pretty badass, though. It must
Who's
have
that
been.
link?
Yeah, they had wingsuits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jody, do
That's
you
the
have the
big
link?
ass pajamas, right?
Yes. Yeah, they had the pajamas with web. Hey, Big Matt, what's good, man? How are you?
Oh, what's going on?
We got time. Just uh send it
How
to
you
me on
been?
Facebook.
What?
Send it to
What? The
Jody.
link?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Jody can send the video on Facebook. I'll play it. It was a hot video, definitely.
Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Big Matt. Happy New Year to every one of you guys out there. We didn't get to see you last year because we did the Christmas thing and it was New Year's Eve. We just weren't going live. You guys understand.
Oh, I
Everyone's
was
with
not going
family.
live New Year's Eve.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
Mm. Actually, I was doing some running around, and then by the time I settled down, I was actually sitting here, believe it or not, and everybody was doing what they did, and then I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, yeah, Happy New Year. Okay. As
Hey,
soon as I
Jody.
fin- as soon as
Yes,
I
it
finish
was the
these,
Red Bull video. It was the
as
Red
soon as
Bull
I
video.
finish these last 3 drinks, I'm going to my bed.
His last three drinks. I brought some brandy, some peach brandy. It was actually pretty good. Here it is. Hold on. I got the video. Oh yeah, it was a Red Bull commercial.
Okay.
Actually, this is part of it. But yeah, this is part of it. Hold on. I'm setting it up now.
Are you sending it to them?
Share. Red Bull team flew through. Here it is.
Trying to get a copyright strike. That's what the
Hey,
They got the wingsuits and they're flying through the drone show.
okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like to know how they calculated that because you can end up hitting one of them drones and that's it.
And it'll hurt.
I bet it will.
I thought, oh shit, Angie said, I thought we were going to do live shots. Nobody
Who?
said.
Who? What?
Angie goes, I thought we were doing live shots. She
Oh,
thought
you
we were
missed that
taking
show.
shots. You missed that. That was Christmas, Angie. Hold on.
You
Hold
missed
on.
that show because every time somebody said Merry Christmas, we were supposed to take a shot.
Yeah,
No, but
that's true. You're right. Every time someone did.
Lawrence, you know
Yeah.
what else happened? And
What's
when I
that?
saw this, I was like, here we go again. Because the UK is introducing class mark and remote ID for drones. Um, this is a lot to unpack because as the first of this year, the United Kingdom rolling out major changes to drone regulations, no matter whether or not you fly for fun or if you're flying for work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with this UK rating, the from the UK, I don't know, is that a 0 to a 6? I guess it
Yes,
is.
it's zero. It's UK 0 to UK 6. Yes.
Right, which is
Yeah.
very similar to the Europe's was that the C class system.
Right.
I guess the whole thing actually, so well, it goes into effect as of the first of this year, but I guess it's going to be on a slow trickle down rollout to make it a smooth transition for everyone. That it's not well, I wouldn't say it's not necessary to be compliant, but the compliancy date, I believe, is December 31st of 27. So it's going to be so that everybody becomes accustomed to the whole what pertains to who and what licensing and what has to be had for what. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes.
As
Yes.
far as the remote ID aspect of it, that is mandatory for all class marked drones. As of the first of this year. Now, as well as the class system, the compliancy is also what I've read here, and that has to be by January 1st, 2028, for drones that weigh, was it 100 grams or more?
Hmm.
So I believe that even if you're sub 250, that puts you in that range because there's class certification for the sub 250 drones. Like I said,
Right.
it's similar to the C class rating that they have in Europe. If you check out Drone DJ, there's a interesting article there. You'll know it by the same picture that I use for the thumbnail for it.
True.
Um, it's a very good read for those of you in Europe. So if it means anything to you, I would check that out. For those of you who fly over in Europe, I'd
Yes.
like to get that.
Definitely.
I'd like
Definitely.
to get that all down and get the whole certification to fly over there. So that way, if I ever have to go over there, which I
You
do
would
plan
be. You would already have it.
to, right, I can fly with no problem. Fly near
That makes
people, over people, as long as you have the proper uh, things in place.
right. Right. I have to speak. We have to speak to someone over there and see if that's possible. That would be good.
What, flying near people, over people?
Well, no. Get a certification to fly in the UK.
I believe you can do it from right here.
You can because our friend Ron Sobers, he needed to get a certification to
And
fly
I
in
think Billy
Ireland.
got his too,
Yeah, to
from right
fly in
here.
Ireland, he needed
Yeah,
certification.
this cough.
All right, we'll have to
You
look
get
into
some
that.
more cough medicine.
Oh, okay. I have that. I have the complete video, but I won't play it with sound, Herman. Is that okay?
The complete video of what?
The Red Bull shot.
Okay,
Okay, here we go. Hold on a second, guys.
the
I
complete.
won't play it with.
Even
Oh,
with the guys jumping up and down in the back at the end.
here it is. This was the final shot here, but this is them jumping out of the perfectly fine plane, Herman. You're right. And that's the view from one of the pilots
And they
flying.
filmed it in New Jack mode.
Yeah, of course, with a 360 going on.
I think people who shoot this matter just shoot this way just to shoot this way. They just want to be different. Contraire motherfuckers.
That's what it is.
Yeah. There's no way you can tell me this shit's better.
No, I agree with you.
Just do it because you do it.
I agree.
Or and it's not because you're used to looking at a damn phone that's there. I've had phones for years.
See what Gary, our bouncer, is saying? Send this link for this stream to a friend if you have one, and get them to hit the like button. We're 4 likes away from 30, guys.
Oh wow. 4 likes?
Yeah, yeah, and in 9 minutes left and counting.
Wow.
Supper time: barbecue wings, green beans, corn on the cob.
Oh,
Thanks, Bob Casey. You enjoy that dinner, man. We appreciate you coming by, and we're glad that
Hey,
you
Bob.
received the bumper guards for the AVATA. And now we just need for Marcel to receive a package, Gary to
Well,
receive his package, and we're
Marcel's
good.
going to take a little bit of time because, like I said, it's going to Canada,
Yeah, yeah, this is true.
and they can't give you an estimated delivery date because it has to go through customs and all of that.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
unfortunately.
you got to declare what's in the box and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't want you to send certain things.
Right, right. They have this thing against ticking boxes.
No, they have a thing against anything with batteries, perfumes, and food. They
Yeah, liquids.
They got all kind of things. Like the only thing that you can send to people now is like coloring books and puzzles and stuff like that, Gary.
Gary says his package is stuck in Janice, New York.
Oh Lord. I don't
Oh
know who
shit.
she is.
Don't let Vicky hear you say that. Another woman's name in her house. Oh, he says in Jamaica, New York. Why is it in Jamaica, New York?
Oh, because it went from Brooklyn to Queens
Oh, okay. All
in a
right.
whole week. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
traveling.
In a week. It hasn't even left New York. Wow.
You know why they ask you
Thank
if it's
goodness there's no
fragile?
perishables inside.
You know why they ask you all of those questions, right?
What?
So they can throw it.
Oh, yeah, I know. Is there anything breakable in here?
Yeah,
No.
that's why they ask you if the perfumes and
Well,
stuff in there. Because
you know what it is? You know what it is? I just realized, Herman, because it's going up to Canada, Jamaica, they have a pretty big terminal out here, mailing terminal.
what difference does it matter?
Yeah, it's
Get it
still in
there.
New York. Be
Just
careful
don't
where you stick your package nowadays.
just don't throw it around.
Yeah, that's
What
true.
happened?
That's true. And Ronnie goes, "Be careful where you stick your package nowadays." That's all.
You know they got a lot of creams and stuff for if you make a mistake like that.
Oh, and Gary says he had onions, garlic, broccoli, shrimp, sliced carrots, stir fry, and rice. Nice. Yeah, of course I'm getting hungry. I was hungry a half hour ago.
Well, I got one other thing I wanted to talk to you about, really,
Go for it.
because uh FEMA has awarded 250 million Counter-UAS grant for FIFA World Cup security. And we've been talking about this for the longest, and I told you a lot of the stories that I do here on the stream, the reason why I picked the stories that I picked is because they kind of all work together and work together somehow. And I told you that they've compiled a gathering of information, right?
Yeah.
The drones and there's mysterious drones in New Jersey, the drones over here, the ones in the ballpark.
Uh huh.
The push for this to be a thing now. So now in stadiums and stuff like that, now your drone's coming down.
Yep. Yep. No
And
more. Let me
they
peek
knew
over the stadium wall.
they
They're
knew that
taking
this
this
was
shit.
right. They knew that this was going to be a thing because you guys can't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stop. You just can't stop. You won't stop. You like Puff. Can't stop. Won't stop.
And look at them now.
So now,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
so when we get into this, right? They got this. This is this is going to be from the Federal Emergency Management Agency has distributed 250 million, right, through its new counter unmanned aircraft systems grant program. This is going to 11 World Cup host states
This
and
money.
and their capital area region
Yeah.
area for this type of security.
This is just the first phase of a $500 million program. This is established under the 2025 funding bill under the big beautiful bill
Yep.
established by the Cheeto man. Um, and this is going to go towards just like the Patriot Act is going to be used against American people to shoot down your drone. So stay
Yep.
away from these places, please,
Yeah.
guys. Don't be that guy. Let
No
the other
more.
guy we hear about
No
that
more peeking
runs
over
into
the
the
stadium walls.
soca and stuff like that. Let those guys continue to do that and let them stand out by themselves and get singled out. I think that the last guy that we spoke about on Christmas Eve, he got a slap on the wrist. I believe so. The guy with the Major League Baseball at the All Star game
Yeah.
with
News
Minnie.
reporting the down Jersey drone. Witnesses say the drone appeared to be wearing eyeliner. I know. I had to read it twice. I had to read it twice. I wasn't expecting that.
Uh,
You got
uh,
30 there. Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
no. Now, who came up with that? Who now? Let me ask you a question.
One per volt FPV put.
You know what? Hold on a second. I gotta. I gotta. Hold on. There we go. There we go.
What?
I had to give him moderator. Got to give him a blue wrench for that one.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's what it took for you. Volt FPV. Come on, you got to give Pichon one too. He's been back. He's
Who?
shown. You got to give Pichon and one. He's been back. Um,
Where is he now? I don't. Where is he at?
Alex Escardo, AME Aerials. You got to give him one since you're giving them out.
I
Happy New
didn't.
Year
I
to you,
wasn't
Alex.
giving him out. I gave him that one for that comment.
Oh, all right. I tried.
Who
But
else are we
listen,
talking
guys,
about?
we will be back here next
Who
week.
else? Lawrence, I'm trying to see who else you talking about. Did they write in the chat?
Huh? Oh,
Did they write in the chat?
did you write in the chat? Yeah. It's Pichon
Who?
says he doesn't want a freebie. Let him earn it.
Who?
Pichon Drone TV. Oh well. Listen, like I was saying, we will be back next week, Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Perhaps I will have someone for FPV Corner lined up. See, now I got to start Thursday, Herman, hunting and
Thursday.
sending. I start earlier and earlier every week to get someone on FPV Corner.
When you say Thursday, like you mean like tomorrow for next week?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll start tomorrow. While I'm at the doctor's office. Angie, glad you're home from work. We appreciate you. We appreciate
AJ.
everyone. Yes, Gary did it just in time. As we're getting ready to get out of here, it is official.
Gave
I
everybody
refreshed
a
the page.
wrench.
We got our 30. Oh,
And I gave
okay.
everybody a
Alex, you
wrench.
got your wrench too, sir. So and
So
and
everybody
Pichon
that was
Drive.
here. And now we got 20 guys in the chat.
Okay,
What
well,
happened? Did you go over there and realize that the smoke and mirrors is not happening, or
probably people are left and are
where'd
popping
they
back
go?
in.
No,
Thank you.
but
It's
no,
nothing
seriously.
much, man. It's just a shot I get every couple of weeks in the
What?
arm
Oh, I'm sorry.
to keep me
You
from
know what?
turning into a werewolf.
I gotta get some more strobes, Lawrence.
Okay. All right.
I gotta
Listen, guys.
call the guy.
Anything you got to call a guy. Anything
Yeah,
you
because I
guys
gotta
out
get the
there.
strobes. I gotta get the strobes because I want to go back to giving out strobes for the guys on after FPV corner.
That's
Guys
true.
got to stay compliant, man.
That's true. That's true. You guys can put strobes on your FPV bird. Put it on. Thanks, Jim. Put it anywhere on anything that flies. I won't say anywhere. Let's start giving
Well,
them ideas.
well,
Anyway, be safe,
if she
fly
wear
safely,
it,
guys.
if she'll wear it, I mean, you know,
If she'll wear it. Oh, here we go. Anyway, try to be a better person tomorrow than you were today.
that's
And
how it
with
goes.
that,
I guess we'll see you next time with those
those
guys.
guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I love those guys.
We love you too. Good night, everyone. Don't forget to write.
Thanks, everyone. We appreciate you all.
Good night.